118-559, offered by Mr. Stubbe of Florida.
Pursuant to House Resolution 1316, the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Stubbe, and a member opposed will each control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Florida.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Americans deserve the assurance that their hard-earned taxpayer dollars are going to fulfill the needs of the American people, not funneled to terrorists who threaten our very existence. I stood here just 9 months ago offering the same amendment to ensure that no taxpayer funds be made available to the Lebanese armed forces, a military force that emboldens Hezbollah and their Iranian handlers to spread terror and destruction upon our ally Israel and the entire Middle East. Guess what happened just 9 days later on October 7th? To say that Hezbollah and the Lebanese government are two separate entities is just plain false. They are merely two sides of the same coin. Not only do Hezbollah and its allies control dozens of seats in Lebanon's parliament, but they literally sit at the helm of the military force that our tax dollars have been propping up since 2006. Its grip extends across its military, through its government, and over a majority of its politicians. Even advocates of aid to the Lebanese military recognize that Hezbollah's influence over its defense ministry is rampant. We may as well be sending these checks directly to Hezbollah headquarters. Money is fungible, and why should the generosity of the American people be used to fund a terror haven, unwilling and unable to counter Hezbollah? As we stand here today, Israel is in a state of war with Hamas, and all-out war with Hezbollah to the north seems to be imminent. Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah has repeatedly threatened war with Israel while suggesting his force far exceeds 100,000 fighters. We are funding an army that emboldens Hezbollah to spill the blood of our allies. This really should be a bipartisan issue. But where are the Democrats complaining about Lebanon's human rights atrocities? The Lebanese armed forces shoot protesters and forcibly repatriate Syrian refugees. Yet on this issue, Democrats tell us to turn a blind eye and fund Hezbollah's allies in the Lebanese armed forces. In fact, the majority of Lebanon's military expenditures don't even go towards its defense. Over 70% of its budget is allocated for personal salaries and excessive benefits, which even includes domestic servants and drivers for high-ranking officers. This didn't stop the United States last year from partnering with the UN to implement the Livelihood Support Program, which dispersed more than $55 million to 70,000 LAF personnel and helps fulfill their generals' lavish lifestyles. Americans' taxpayers expect their hard-earned dollars to be spent on American interests, not armed Mercedes and other luxurious goods for Lebanese generals. Given the rampant terror, financing, and money laundering activities that Hezbollah uses to extend its reign across nearly every facet of life in Lebanon, we must acknowledge that foreign aid dollars sent to the Lebanese armed forces will ultimately be used by Hezbollah to further expand its terrorist actions against our ally, Israel. I reserve.